Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are doing something special. We are doing our reaction to the Final Fantasy VII Celebration. 25 years this game has been out for. The remake came out a few years back, but I am very excited because I remember the original because I'm old. Somebody who's not so old is my good friend Arief. How you doing? You
Uh,
excited?
yeah, great. I'm feeling very old right now, because of the lack of sleep that I had last night to wake up for this. But yes, I'm very
Perfect.
excited. This is it's 25 years, which is insane, and obviously they're teasing. Uh, I don't even know what they're teasing, but they've been teasing something over the past week.
It's weird, right? So they've not actually said that anything's going to be shown here, just that it's like it's a celebration, 25 years of Final Fantasy VII. But they have made a big deal that people can co-stream it and watch it and all this kind of stuff. We're doing the video for it, but yeah. So you've got to imagine they're showing something.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think yeah, everybody's been super coy about it. All the voice actors, all the
Mhm.
people involved, everybody's like, better tune in, So
Yeah,
it's something is gonna happen for sure. It would be hilarious actually, in my opinion, if there's nothing new shown, if you will.
yeah.
It's just a 10-minute trailer of First Soldier, but I think that I doubt it's gonna happen.
So yeah, obviously we're 2 minutes out. I'm waiting for the video to kick in, but so I mean predictions, I guess. Firstly, is it just going to be
Ah,
all mobile?
the remake, like remake is gonna be on mobile.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm assuming that we are going to get the remake news for remake part two.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think like I've always been saying to people, it's like I think we're gonna get First Soldier news. I think we're gonna get Crisis. Sorry, Ever Crisis. Oh my God, I almost said the magic words there, Paul. But yeah, I think it's gonna get Ever Crisis news, First Soldier news, and then it'll end with a little bit of the new remake. What form that takes, I have no idea. What about you?
No. I mean, personally, I think we're my idea of the format that we're going to get. I think it's going to be a 2 minute sizzle reel of like this is Final Fantasy VII. This is where it started. Here's Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. This is what it looks like nowadays. Then they'll jump into some of the mobile store stuff. So again, First Soldier, Ever Crisis. Um, Beyond that, I think maybe if we're lucky, we'll get another teaser trailer or our first look teaser
Hmm.
at part two. The same way they did with the original part one when they just did the teaser at the PlayStation conference. I think that's about the most I can imagine we'll get.
Yeah, I think Square is kind of known for they're teasing projects that are in development, even though sometimes we know things are in development. So I think, in my opinion, that's what I expect here, where
Yeah,
it's like maybe not a date, maybe not too much information, but either a cinematic trailer. I doubt there's going to be gameplay of whatever the new entity of remake is. But I'm
mm,
actually super torn because I don't know if it's going to be a Crisis Core remake announcement. I don't know if it's going to be DLC announcement for uh the first remake as well, the Vincent DLC that everybody's been talking about. I don't know. I'm going in super wide-eyed, if you will, and very, very excited.
they're just gonna go the opposite direction. Just do a Dirge of Cerberus remake.
Yeah.
It
Make that game good. Somebody please, like, make that game good. I will happily play Dirge of
never
Cerberus.
gonna happen. I'm just refreshing this because it says it's about to start.
Yeah.
Which means you're probably all going to get deafened really quickly. I mean, last minute, I think another intergrade for Remake Part 1 might be good. But personally, I think right now, oh, here we go. There it
Yeah, I
is.
love that. Again, a countdown to a countdown, as we
We love,
mentioned before.
we love a good countdown to a countdown. Right, let me make sure everything is set up and ready and raring. Okay, we're good. All right, we're 3 minutes out. Again, like I say, I would like more DLC to tide us over, but I think we're going to be we're going to be waiting until 16's out and all of that's done and dusted before we even see any new gameplay.
Yeah, you think okay, I think I might agree with you with gameplay per se. I'm actually super interested about the cadence here. I think I tweeted this out a couple days ago, but I'm so curious how they're gonna handle 16, this, and Kingdom Hearts 4 that's all out there
Sure.
of projects that they're developing. So yeah,
Yeah.
in terms of a release schedule, I could not tell you what my predictions are for how Square is going to release their games if
Yeah.
if there is a remake trailer here. But it's almost, yeah, I feel like
It's
it's
almost-
almost a shoe-in.
It's got to happen, right?
But also, this is me getting super excited about it, and then I just need to hold on, just temper expectations just a little
yeah.
bit, right before the show, you know.
Just be happy with the mobile game, okay? Maybe 2 if you're lucky. But no,
Okay. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, they've got to. They've been hyping this up. We've got to see Remake Part 2. Even not a day, maybe a year would be nice. But
a year would be good, yeah.
a year would be lovely. What year would that be? Maybe I would say maybe they'll say 2024, and then a year down the line we'll get it pushed back as we usually do, because making games is hard and it takes time. But there's also the flip side of the fact that they have been obviously they've spent a lot of time working on Remake Part 1. So they've got the basic bones of the engine, combat, all of that's in there. Will this be a quicker turnaround?
I would really hope so, but I again, with Square, I couldn't tell you. I think at the end of the day, I think it is time for remake, like you said, remake Part 2 rather than DLC, right? Especially the way the voice actors have been talking about. I think I just saw another tweet from the Aerith voice actor earlier today. Yeah. So like the main cast is going to come back, right? And I think if it were to be DLC, it would be a whole set of different characters. But yeah, I think that's my note on that one.
Yeah, I think I just look at we are like 10 seconds away now. Here we go. I'm so excited.
Likewise.
3, 2, here we go. Remake's cancelled. Done. Go home.
I can't believe you were right about the montage.
Of course, it's a celebration. You've got to have a montage. Oh, the music. Still to this day, like Final Fantasy, I know you'd say Kingdom Hearts, but Final Fantasy like soundtracks are some of the best in video games.
Oh.
Before Crisis. Oh! I think they teased this already.
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah. Or they're just showing all of the games.
Oh my god.
They're just showing everything from Final Fantasy.
They are.
There's that Dirge. Oh yeah, that one we talk about that one. That's fine. Every time I hear this, I can still imagine when you're flying down to the train as it opens.
I know, I'm getting weirdly emotional now as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cloud, let us defy destiny together.
Bit of Advent Children.
Gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
What the?
It amazes me that they managed to make a game that looked like the film.
For the rest of your lives.
That looked like what?
That looked like Advent Children. They're just
yeah.
side by side.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah.
It's quite insane. I was watching a little bit of Advent Children. It's quite insane how great the games look
Yeah.
today, you know?
Hunt begin.
It's like this is the perfect time to tell the ultimate Final Fantasy VII story. And have the graphics to back it up.
Oh, okay.
Steam! Alright. Interesting. Tomorrow.
皆さんこんにちは。ファイナルファンタジー7 25周年放送ファイナルファンタジー7 25th アニバーサリーセレブレーションの案内役を務めます北瀬義則です。この放送では FF7 に関連したさまざまな情報をお届けし
I
てい
don't
きま
have
す。
subtitles.
Neither do I. It's just quite
皆様
hilarious.
にお伝えしたい最新情報がたくさんありますので、
Oh, you can
ぜ
change
ひ
them.
最後までお付き合いください。
There you go.
最初にご覧いただいたのはファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードの Steam 版の配信決定のお知らせでした。 Steam ユーザーの皆さん、
Steam release is
お待たせい
exciting.
たしました。ついにこの日がやってまいりました。
It's on
プレイステーション
EGS,
4版
if
フ
I'm
ァイナ
not
ルファンタ
mistaken.
ジー
Right?
7リメイクはおかげさまで皆様に大変高い評価をいただきました。昨年はプレイステーション5版、そして PC 向けにはファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを
You think we get an Xbox
ゲームス
version?
トアで発売いたしました。
There has to
こ
be,
の度
right?
Steam でリリースすること
Like,
で
when is this?
さらに多くのプレイヤーの皆さんに
When is it coming?
楽しんでいただきたいと考えております。
That's the thing, is it?
またファイナルファンタジー7リメイク
Oh,
イン
that's
ターグレー
cool.
ドは
That is actually
す
very
で
cool.
に一部地域で発売されている Steam デックにも対応いたします。 Steam デックなら場所を選ばず気軽に本作をお楽しみいただけ
So I
ま
can
す。
order one now and play it in 2 years' time. Sweet.
さて続いては FF725 周年に関連した情報をご覧ください。
Oh, what's happening?
Merchandise and music. Yay! Oh my
Honestly.
God. Of course.
Honestly speaking, I will buy 90% of the stuff that's probably shown on screen.
I did look
This
at
is-
that clock.
This is already out. This is like on
Yeah,
sale. Oh, maybe it's
I think it's just pre-order at the moment.
yeah, but I've seen those a lot at my local game stores as well.
Love a good play art, Sky.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, kind of want it. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
Okay.
Look, in it, is that materia slots too? Oh my
Yep.
gosh, that's so cool.
And is it ID marked as well? So it's like limited number. What's this? Oh,
Yeah,
Vine.
I don't know.
I knew it.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
of
I'm buying that.
course. I figured you would.
Yeah. Anyone who knows me knows I'm gonna buy a vinyl.
Yeah.
Gotta happen. That's it. Get you all nostalgic, then chill. Sell, sell, sell.
FF725 周年をファンの皆様と楽しめるようさまざ
Oh,
まな
look at
試み
the
を
t-shirt.
準備しております。
Yeah.
楽しみにお
I
待
see
ちください。
something familiar.
It's
それで
terrible.
は
No,
FF7 モバイルタイトルの情報を続けてご覧ください。
I called it. Sizzle reel, chill, mobile games,
Yep.
maybe a teaser at the end.
This is expected, I think.
Yeah. So no,
They've been
this
really
is the,
trying to sell this game.
This is the battle royale one, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Again, it's to the point where I haven't played it, so there's probably a reason why they're showing off this game quite a bit. I've heard it's
Yeah.
pretty great though.
I've heard good things, but I don't want a Final Fantasy battle royale. Not what I need in my life.
I'm more curious about if there's story or if there's characters or things that allude to this remake universe.
Yeah.
Because I know they have put a lot of care into making sure that I believe Tetsuya Nomura was giving this game a lot of hype when it was coming out.
Yeah. And I know, obviously, from your side, with how much of a fan you are of like the Kingdom Hearts series, the mobile titles generally do have some story in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I played so many of the mobile games.
Yeah. North American launch coming soon. Okay. The Crisis.
I almost got a little bit of I got way too excited there reading that sentence, and then I read
Yeah.
it again.
I would have been, but I checked the website earlier today, and that was basically the tagline for
Oh,
Ever Crisis. I'm excited for it though.
yeah. Honestly, I'm just gonna say this now. This looks better than the original Final Fantasy VII. So
Yeah.
from an aesthetic side, so like, look, if you can replay that game through this, guys, it looks pretty great.
Agreed. Combat looks a bit interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder how that's gonna play. I mean, I'll give it a go.
exactly. I feel like it's one of those things. I mean, the ATB bars and the stacks look like a little bit like Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah. Has he got like a weird
Ooh.
samurai outfit?
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Honestly, the outfit sold me.
Yeah. I'm gonna put so much time into earning those. You're right though. It does look like infinitely better than the original.
Yeah.
But if this is a way to get the entire Final Fantasy story, because it is convoluted.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Final Fantasy IX.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to 7.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome. You know, a little bit more hand painted, a little bit more furnished backgrounds.
Yeah, like a bit more. It's just basically some love given to it, to every aspect of it.
But yes, the stories are very complicated. So if this is a expedited way, God bless.
I'm gonna say it's no Kingdom Hearts story, but yeah.
That was great. Oh wow.
Beta test this year. Okay.
現在配信中のファイナルファンタジー7ザ・ファーストソルジャーの新情報とファイナルファンタジー7エバークライシスの最新映像をお届けいたしました。
I'm definitely going to try Ever Crisis. Not sure about First Soldier.
FF7 ファンの皆様にはきっと喜んでいただける情報になるのではないでしょうか。
Get
もちろん
excited.
私自身も非常に楽しみにしております。
What's he showing us?
Oh.
Oh.
Boy, oh boy. The price of freedom is steep.
Wait.
Zach speaking.
No.
I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills, dude.
I can cut loose, right?
They are.
Wow.
Oh, they're doing it.
Wow. Okay.
Soldier First Class Genesis. A month ago, he went missing during a mission in Wutai.
You know, I've never actually seen you use that. Don't you think it's sort of a waste?
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust, and that's a real waste.
Oh, look at that UI as well.
Oh, that's
Project
another
G
mobile game I need to make
gave
space
birth
for.
to the man we know as Genesis.
Project G.
Project Genesis.
Settle down. Zack the puppy. What do you know?
Shiver lapdogs!
Yeah, I'm 100% in for
Oh,
this.
very cool.
Yes, take that effort.
Jeez, this looks amazing. The
This,
in-game gameplay.
yeah, the cinematics look amazing.
Oh my god.
Not quite.
Don't do this to me.
It's a church.
By the way,
Second best
what's your
girl.
dream? To become first? Is it?
Third best, but I'm trying not to get canceled on the
Become a
internet.
hero.
Okay.
So I'll say second best.
Good.
Alongside you.
Unattainable dreams are the best kind.
Everyone knows Jessie is best girl.
Yeah.
Embrace your dreams. And
And Barrett's number 2.
whatever happens,
Yeah, exactly.
protect your honor. As soldier!
Wow.
Come and get it!
Can't believe we're actually getting it
Oh.
this year to console. All right, I'm sorry. Looks
I
like a
love that
mobile
Xbox
game
is there
to
as
me.
well.
Yeah.
さて次の映像が最後の情報です。
Wow.
それではどうぞご覧ください。
If Crisis Core's coming, does that mean that the original will as well?
What we've done, that's set in stone. The past is forever.
Here we go.
But the future, even if it has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future, not the past.
He wants to finish what he started.
Oh no.
He wants to
Oh,
reclaim his
no.
birthright
Nibelheim?
and rule over the planet with Genova at his side. I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you
Oh my
implying?
god, no.
That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
You were here with me 5 years ago. Where are you?
This is a lot more already than I thought we would get from an
agree.
I'm trying
announcement.
so hard to find you.
Sorry. feel like I failed you.
Rebirth. Okay. Next
What?
year. What?
What does that? Hold on. What does that mean?
ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクプロジェクトの第2作目にあたるファイナルファンタジー7リバース
Oh my god.
をさせていただきました。
What is that?
現在チーム一丸となって鋭意制作中です。そしてリメイクプロジェクトの発表時から複数作にわたって展開することをお伝えしておりましたが、ファイナルファンタジー7リメイク、
Three games as
ファイ
well.
ナルファンタジー7リバース、そしてその先のもう一作の全3部作で完結することをお知らせいたします。まずはファイナルファンタジー7リバースを
I
楽しみにしていた
am
だき、
shocked.
ぜひ
Same.
本
I
プロジェ
can't
クト
believe
の完
that.
結までお付き合いいただければと思います。25周年もそれ以降も
I
皆
did
様
not
に
expect
お
to
楽しみ
see
いた
that
だけ
much,
る
and I
よ
did not expect it to
う
come
チー
that
ム一
soon.
同尽力してまいります。本日はお付き合いいただきましてありがとうございました。
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we are
Alright.
eating well today.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing. Still no Xbox release. I don't think that's ever
Yeah,
coming.
I'm actually quite shocked.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Xbox, Crisis Core is releasing on Xbox is a great sign for that platform.
Mhm.
But wow, I can't believe that they didn't announce anything for Xbox from a remake integrated perspective.
Yeah, I'm just going to skip ahead on my side here to have a look at what we got. But yeah, obviously we got this as a reel of like the entire story. More information on the two mobile games. So we're getting First Soldier and Ever Crisis. And obviously we're getting Crisis Core Reborn coming to all consoles and PC. Did not expect that. That looked like a mobile game, I'm not going to lie, but I'm excited for it regardless. I'm going to be the terrible gamer who's not played the entire Crisis Core before. So this is a good,
I mean,
yeah.
I haven't
this
even
is
touched it.
no. So this is a chance for me to actually play it properly in full for the first time. Updated as well, so I'm very excited for that. And then, yeah, the big reveal. Oh, yeah, the merch as well. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then the big reveal, obviously, we're getting Final Fantasy, what was it? Rebirth?
Yep. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Next winter of all, I'm just going to jump straight to that. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Next winter, did not expect that at all. Next gen only title. Makes sense. I think everyone's starting to go that way. So it is PS5 only. And then, yeah, a third title which will finish out the series.
It's so insane. I think I'm just so confused because when we were watching the trailer, I was like, okay, this obviously looks like the sequel, right? But I could totally, in my mind, I could totally see Square doing a little bit of a different form of DLC, or maybe like a prelude game, if you will. Or maybe, I just wasn't entirely sure what exactly they were doing. And then once I realized, yeah, okay, it's a full-on, it looks like it's the full-on next entry in the series, and they said next winter. I was like, I'm so confused of what that means in the larger context of things. You know what I mean? Because this means that we're getting, yeah, so sure, we're getting Crisis Core this winter, so you have a year to catch up on that story. You get people very, very familiar with Zack. But it's also the fact that Final Fantasy 16, again, I said this in the pre-show, if you will, Final Fantasy 16 is coming out next year.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 7, the sequel to Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is coming out next year. That is quite insane to me. These are huge, huge, huge entries in the Final Fantasy universe, and I can't. I'm still trying to understand how the hell they're gonna put it into the winter season next year.
Yeah, I mean, do we have a date for 16 yet? Or is it just labeled 23 at the moment?
I think it's summer next year.
So we've basically got the run up to summer, play 16, then 7, then Die Happy.
Yes, Die Happy is the end goal. Absolutely.
If you are an RPG fan, specifically Final Fantasy, the next 2 years look amazing. And obviously this makes me feel happy for the third one as well in the series, because this hasn't been too long now. Like, when did this originally come out? Final Fantasy VII Remake? Was it 2019?
Seven remake. It's quite hilarious because I feel like Intergrade came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Remake looks like it came out in 2020.
Oh, okay. So 2 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think, and I was thinking about this as well as again, I'm trying to contextualize the winter season next
Mm-hmm.
year. But the development time, like you mentioned earlier, Paul, is that I guess it does seem that we might be getting these games closer to each other because
Yeah.
the engine is fleshed out and it looks gorgeous. I'm looking through some of the world, non-Midgar scenes that we saw, but it does seem like development time might be shorter here, just from an engine standpoint.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the initial stuff that we got as well, I think it looks like they're going to be sticking with the more linear elements as well. Looking at obviously Sephiroth and Cloud looks like Nibelheim.
Yeah.
Well, basically Cloud's birth home. Spoilers.
And you can hear
Even in
Tifa as well, right?
Mhm. So yeah, but that looks like a very linear path that they're walking on. So it's not as open world. I honestly don't think we're getting an open world from this game. I don't think that's what they're wanting to do. I think they want to try and make a tight story. I'm just looking at the trailer on my side here. Yeah, so next winter, that is wild to me. I did not expect that. I genuinely thought 2-3 years down the line we'll get this. But yeah, next winter is wild. I mean, it could happen still. We could get delays. I think there was delays when the original one was announced. Because I think that was originally announced in 2017 at the PlayStation conference.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later, we then finally got the game. And now we're announcing it a year and a half from now.
Yeah.
It's
I think Square. I mean, I think Square is learning their lesson a little bit. I think the way that they've been communicating a lot of stuff has been a little bit more clear than previous years.
yeah.
So I think just notes on where they are with Kingdom Hearts 4, where they are with 16, and being very transparent about everything I think is a lot more fascinating rather than showing us things and then not being transparent about where they are in the development cycle. So I think this is just me being super hopeful that we will see it in winter next year, because the lineup would be just so optimal, right? Okay, it comes out on Steam, everybody else can play, the rest of the world can, sorry, Xbox players, but the rest of the world can play, remake, get caught up. Crisis Core, sure, that's probably the most, I would argue, the most important entry outside of the main game in 7. Please don't bring up Dirge of Cerberus, please.
No, we don't talk about that. It's fine.
And then it leads up to Rebirth. I guess I got to get used to saying that as well, right?
Yeah.
But I think again, if you're looking at it from a player cadence on an ideal timeline, yeah, I'm sure they'll want to inundate you with obscene amounts of Final Fantasy VII, and I think this is a pretty great way.
Yeah, I like I say, as a Final Fantasy fan, I've talked about it on my own time as well before, but like Final Fantasy VII specifically was one of those experiences where it opened my eyes to what video games could be. And now we're getting a whole new era of being able to tell this story that basically made me fall in love with video games. I am so excited for so many people to get to experience this story in a different way, true, but in a beautiful way. It is a very beautiful game what they've made, and I'm very excited to see what the next two are like. Crisis Core as well, Ever Crisis as well, as a chance just get through the main. I think it looks like Ever Crisis is going to be more in keeping with the original story, whereas Reunion and Rebirth and everything else, it is going to be more a retelling of that story in a new light. So it's basically, if you are an RPG fan, then you are going to eat well for the next 2 years. So enjoy.
What I'm really curious about now, after you said that, I am very excited. I think it's quite beautiful that they're bringing so many of these titles to, I guess, the mass audience, right? Because like you said, very hard to play Dirge of Cerberus, very hard to play Crisis Core. Yep. It's hard to experience the full end-to-end story without watching a YouTube video about everything.
Yeah.
But I'm curious now that I'm thinking about it. I've never played the original Crisis Core, but understanding that this is now Crisis Core Reunion, are they basically going to do the same things? Again, spoilers for Final Fantasy VII Remake. in changing things up in Crisis Core, because I feel like if this Crisis Core reunion is directly related to the remake Rebirth series, I don't know. I feel like some purists of Crisis Core might also be a little bit, may feel angry if they change things up.
Which is what I'm hoping. That's why Ever Crisis exists. So
Yeah,
it will tell that original story just in a new wrapper, as it were. And then Crisis Core Reunion and Rebirth and whatever the third one will be the retelling of that story. So kind of a new take on what these characters have gone through. But yeah, I mean, I guess time will tell. We will wait and see. I mean, final thoughts from yourself?
No, I'm just really excited. I think it almost went down, other than the merch and music, which again I'm very happy about. It did go pretty. That was pretty expected, a little bit of First Soldier, a little bit of Ever Crisis, and then actually I would say the Crisis Core. I was thinking it was either going to be Crisis Core or the sequel to remake, right, Rebirth. But I think overall I am shocked. I cannot believe that we're getting Crisis Core this soon, and I cannot believe that we are getting the Rebirth next year as well. I'm just completely shocked. But I'm also so many questions. Is it going to be open world? Is it not? I'm still debating that. Where are they going to stop with Rebirth? What are they changing up from remake? How much are they going to change up? I have so many questions, and I think this is the perfect state that I should be in. Very, very excited going into whatever 7 game is coming out next.
Yeah, agreed. For me, again, like I say, this is exactly what I wanted from this celebration show. It gave me a look back on where the story was, what they're planning on doing for the future, and just opening up this world to as many people as possible. And again, right now on my side, I'm just looking at what they've been showing for Rebirth, and it is beautiful, and I cannot wait. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching along with us. Remember, check all the links down below. You can find Arief over on his channels on Twitch at Arief Johan, and you can find me here and on Twitch at Paul Despawn. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.